We're speaking to Gary Law this morning. He is the CEO of Victory Farm. Good morning, Gary.
Good morning, everyone. Nice to meet you
Morning.
all.
Thank you so much
First
for
things,
speaking.
is
Yeah.
it Gary Law or Gary Lau? How do you?
Either way, either way, you can pronounce it as Lao or Law, not a problem.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for agreeing to speak to us on the LITE Breakfast for Free Plug Friday. Now, Gary, you started Victory Farm about 5 years ago, right? In 2015.
Yeah.
So what prompted you to want to start a business sort of helping people set up their own vertical farms?
Well, just like many other people who actually wants to grow own veggies but don't have access to space, as we live in condo,
Yeah.
don't have green fingers. Every time we grow something, halfway just die.
That's
Don't have
me.
time.
Everything I try to grow will die.
Yeah, don't have time to water them, especially during the hot seasons. Yeah, you got to water them 3 times a day.
Oh,
So yeah, so every time, or even for myself, if I'm away for a business trip a few days, and the plant and veggies just dried up when I come back, So at the same time, we don't actually want to consume vegetables with pesticides, and we can't afford organic veggie as well. Okay, so what if there's an alternative to this? And that's where we came up something innovative, that how about vertical farm, how do we vertical farm this? So we went into the exploration, R&D, tries and error. So that's where we started. Actually, we started from home as well.
Okay. But I'm more interested into what made you feel like, okay, I should try to start to farm my own vegetables. Were you eating a lot of vegetables? Are you
Not
vegetarian?
No, I'm not a vegetarian. I'm still I still like to take meat though. It's just that I do find that that time when we have all these headlines going on, banned pesticide, being found in traces, I mean being found in rivers, all these on the leaves itself. So it actually alarms me so much. What can I do? But on a big scale, I can't do anything. The only thing I can do is that why don't I grow my own?
Mm.
So that's the initiative from there as well.
Okay, so it just started from there. It's like, okay, I don't want to eat pesticide-laden vegetables.
Mhm.
Let's just grow my own.
Yeah, yeah.
But did you know anything about urban farming at that time?
No, I have no idea, and that's where it just started me off to go and do some research from then on, and it was like a mission minded. So let's go on, and see what alternatives we can create, for our own consumption, and yeah, the journey begins from there.
what were you doing before this? I mean, were you? Because obviously farming is a new thing for you. What were you doing before that?
Well, I was in the finance industry over 12 years. The last position I held was a regional development manager covering the entire northern region branches.
Wow. So
Yeah.
you had a pretty big corporate job.
From finance to farming.
No, but at what point after you started your business, you decided to leave your finance job?
Uh, well, of course, there were some things going on during that time. The company actually restructured, in terms of department, and they no longer needed a person based in North. And I actually have already established myself here, rooted myself, family, everything here. So I can't be relocated. So that time I say that why don't just give it a try and see how things works from there. Because everything that I do needs time as well, so let's put
okay.
in the effort, because that back then no one actually know what is vertical farming, let alone urban farming. So I was actually putting a lot of effort inside, but still that persistency, continues me to carry out that mission until today.
Did you see something on TV or something that said, "Hey, vertical farming, that's the way to go"?
No, I don't say that it's on TV, but rather when I start to do research, because that time when I was at home, I said I don't have space, I don't have land, and I don't, and bad is
Especially
soil as well.
Penang, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, what if we can actually grow something, on a vertical arena, and like people stay in condo. What if people can stay in condo? Can we actually grow vegetables, on a vertical basis? So I began to explore. Of course, I searched Mr. Google and YouTube, all these things. So it begins to inspires me. Oh, there is an opportunity, but no one know how.
Okay.
So that's where the R&D comes in.
All right. Can you tell us a little bit more about vertical farming? What are some of the benefits of planting produce vertically instead of, the
Yeah.
conventional way.
Yeah. So vertical farming simply means farm vertically.
Okay. So it
Yeah,
goes up instead of like you don't need a big land.
yeah, exactly. Just like people living in condos, same concept. So we grow the veggie vertically by tapping into the vertical arena. We can grow up to 60 plant in just 1 square foot of that land space as compared to conventional farming.
But
Okay.
there's no soil, right? If
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken.
Well, you don't need soil to actually grow. You have other substance, to replace soil. So there will be, we call it media or substrates. If we can use something like organic cocoa peats or some mixture of those uh, substrates, growing media,
Mm.
to replace soil.
And
So yeah,
they get the same kind of nutrients as in the soil.
well,
Yeah.
we do need to fertilize them though. We still have
Oh,
to add in fertilizer in order for them to grow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because when I read the company profile, I thought it was as easy as just planting the seeds and just
leave it alone.
leave it alone and they will grow.
Well, we have cut short a lot of conventional way, especially the hassle free. I mean, that the hassle part, that you need to wait to plow to all those hard work. So it actually cuts down a lot of all those hard work. But still, there's some work to be done that you need to germinate them, sprout them, and then transfer them into the system, and fertilize them on a weekly basis. Just top up the nutrients into the system, and that's where you let it grow, and at the end of the day you just harvest them.
Can you actually grow all sorts of vegetables, or is it just a certain selected few vegetables that can survive vertical farming?
Well, for this current system, we actually cater more for the leafy greens, so because plants, we have a lot of different varieties, and different varieties have different structures. So plant structure, so the size, the way they grow, their DNA, all those things, that has to be taken into account in order for us to develop something. So every single of these categories has to have a different system to cater for them to grow.
So far, it's like what, butterhead lettuce and siu pak choy, is it, or what?
Motherhead, lettuce, siu pak choy, kangkong, kai lan, what do you call that? The celtus, romaine,
Oh, wow.
uh, arugula, sweet basil, Thai basil, mint, more than
Wow.
10 types of leafy local. Yeah, don't talk about those overseas ones.
Yeah.
The local, we have more than 10 varieties.
I know what Belle is thinking because she's like, I wonder if I can plant my own durian tree.
No, I don't want to plant my own durian tree, but arugula sounds interesting because I love arugula.
Yeah, right.
Now, initially, Gary, when you first started this business in 2015, not knowing much about urban farming, what was some of the most challenging things for you in the beginning?
Well, challenging back then. No one would believe vertical farming works. Okay. Of course, when I first started off, I did, it's reality. I got people laugh at me, mock me, look down on me. Yes, some even said, go get a job, go get a life. Why you so stupid? Leave your job. You got a family to feed, you got children, you got parents, etc. So I never thought that these words, actually happened to me. Yeah,
Mm.
that's where reality strikes, and that's when the rubber meets the road. So, however, true is that I kept persist. I found that there is something beyond, and that's where we are today.
Is this self-funded?
Yes,
Right. Because I
yes.
imagine that if you try to get funding, people will also will go like, this is so new. We don't know what this is.
Yeah, exactly. That's why there's a lot of skeptics, honestly speaking. That's where all these words came out. No one actually believed vertical farming actually works. That was like years ago, but right now it seems that almost everywhere people are talking about urban farming and vertical farming.
Yeah.
Okay, but luckily at that point you didn't let these words stop you from pursuing this.
I almost did.
Yeah.
I almost did, because it's not only the words, but it's also about the reality that I don't have income that time.
Yeah.
I don't have any other second incomes, to support whatsoever that I have. So I just based on something that I have, I work within my limits. And I was very thrifty. I have creditors, chasing after my backside. Yes, calls after calls, phone keep on hanging, and then suddenly my phone cannot go out anymore because I cannot pay the phone bills, all those things. So It was tough. It was really
Wow.
tough.
But you persevered through it all.
Yeah, yeah.
What does your family think of this?
At that time, I was quite kind of worried about whether they accept what I was doing. Actually kept me for a while. I kept silent for a while. I did not let them know that I was jobless already, and I'm actually pursuing something like that. So I wrote something until everything works out. On a more towards a commercial basis. And then I showed to them, look, this is something that I've been doing, and they were like, wow, you can grow veggies without soil and vertically. So they said, okay, this is something new. Let's explore something, along the way and see how things work. So yeah, they were quite supportive from then. Then they helped me out to do a little bit of construction. Everything is done by own hands. We don't have the funds, capital to actually construct things. So everything is like handmade.
It's labor. It's a
Yes.
labor of love.
Yeah.
Now, you actually 5 years on now, you actually created your own system called the V-Grow.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit more about this?
Well, we grow tower. Right now it's 2.0. It's designed for home users. Yeah, be it on a high-rise building or landed, you can actually set up the tower within 3 minutes. Yeah, we manufacture it to be like IKEA style, a DIY style.
Okay.
It's fun to set up with kids too. Kids really love to play around with it because we actually experience with them. So it saves space, only using 1 square feet of space to grow up to 60 plants, and it save time. There's no need for hours and hours under the sun. Save hassle, no more toiling, digging, weeding. If you have done weeding before, it's really tedious. Today you weed, then tomorrow they come back out again.
Yeah.
So more so you have to bend so much, then no more back pain and bending because you don't need to bend down anymore, right? Then save money, you grow your own veggies. That's one thing. Save water, it's auto watering system. So the water is recycled. Yeah, free from pesticide, fresh from farm to table, fabulous, if I can use that word, fabulous in natural nutritional value, and deliciously yummy, crunchy, and juicy taste of those fresh baby greens that you grow on your own.
Is it because there's so many different kinds of ponics out there? There's hydroponics, there's aquaponics. What kind of is this ponics based?
Yes, it still is a ponic base, because when we talk about hydroponics, or aquaponics, so hydro means water, ponic means cultivation or work. So using water to work. So under the hydroponic umbrella, we have many other ponics like the aquaponics, bioponics, aeroponics, vermiponics. There's a lot of ponics. There are actually techniques of cultivation.
And yours is specifically?
But we are more towards aerobioponics. Aerobio, so which means our cultivation actually involves organic matters and together with beneficial microbes or probiotics.
Okay. So when we purchase your system, you will give everything to us. Like it will all come in one system, including the bio. What did you say?
Biofertilizer.
Yeah, the biofertilizers. How about the seeds?
Seeds as well.
The seeds.
Yes, the seeds as well, the germination kits, the substrates, everything that you need to start off, it's in the package.
Wow. So we just buy one package and we can grow our own garden. How long does it take for it to grow?
Well, averagely, we are talking about 30 days averagely, depending on the varieties of vegetables.
Wow.
Of course, excluding the time that you have to sprout them out. So sprouting them out maybe require extra 7 to 10 days, and from then onwards another 30 days. So plus minus 40 days, for you to grow. But if let's say you want to grow baby greens, around 20 to 25 days you can harvest them.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, baby
give
greens.
Me a minute. I think there's people cutting grass outside. It's very noisy. Give me a minute. I go close.
I'll pause it for.
Yeah. So Gary, now 5 years on, how's your business doing?
Well, there are also ups and downs, I would say, especially the first 4 years was horrible because there were not any guidance, how to actually get this done, especially when you want to run the business, it's tough. And being an entrepreneur is tough, let alone being an agropreneur. So more so, we are more towards a specialized niche, that we actually specialize in vertical farming, supplying and manufacturing the systems. So to get into the market, and especially getting people to believe in what we're doing, it's really tough nut. So because of persistency, some people actually found that, hey, this actually works. And then that trend actually came along the way during COVID-19 when lockdown that time, people are starting to look up, oh, we need to grow something at home, So yeah, it actually started to, people started to come to us and then ask about, what can we do with the system? How can we grow ourselves? So yeah, from that we actually made, what do you call it? That embark.
Made some strides in the business lah.
Yeah.
So this pandemic has been a blessing in disguise
In disguise.
for your business specifically.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people want to grow their own vegetable now at home.
Yeah.
But I mean, I was checking out your website and I think you are a relatively successful small business looking at your website. I mean, you've gotten quite a lot of publicity on local media and your VGrow system is even sold regionally now, not only in Malaysia, but in Singapore and the Philippines and things like that. But why did you request for a free plug from us?
Well, it's free plug. but honestly speaking, we are still not there yet. We still have a long way to go, and especially during these tough times. So we hope we can, by the help of from LITE FM Free Plug, to promote this initiative of going green, growing on. Home vertical farming can be possible to become self-sustainable. To at least tackle own food security issues. So that's why we do desire that by collab or leveraging on this free plug, we are able to send out the message that, hey, let's start growing something on your own.
Yeah. You've inspired me to want to start my own vertical farming as well, vertical farm as well at home. But what would you say to encourage more people to embrace urban farming and growing their own vegetables?
Okay, so now let's use some examples with the previous issue, where Cameron Highlands dump hundreds of tons of vegetables, and also with those panic buying, and the sudden out of supply, let's say, at least we know how to grow some veggies or herbs, and at least there's a system help us to grow vertically, without using much space. At least there's some food at home that we can grow. So at least there's something, that we are called secure.
So we won't go hungry.
Actually, about that, do we constantly need to buy, let's say we have this system at home, do we constantly need to buy seeds, or once the thing has grown, it will continuously grow more?
Well, these are live plants, so they will have a life cycle. Eventually, they will have to, end their life as well. So we still need to grow from seeds. But depending on some plants, like herbs, usually for herbs like mint, we can cut them again and again. Today we cut, the next week they grow back again. 1 week later. So these are herbs. But for usual vegetables, normally we still need to harvest the entire pot.
Okay.
And if I were to, go ahead.
No, you go.
You do first.
Like for fertilizers, right? I mean, like if we put our own compost, let's say we make our own compost and everything, does that work?
It actually helps, or I would say supplement, because they still need the main ingredient, just like nasi lemak example. So fertilizers, with the main ingredient, you have there's nasi, but with the compost, all those things, it's just like sambal or timun only.
Never looked at sambal as compost before, but sure, okay, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like it's easy to paint the picture. So because normally when people just say, I want to use compost, it does not help them to grow because it's some insufficient nutrients. They don't have so much of the nutrient that is available for the plants to uptake to do their own photosynthesis, to produce their own food for the plants itself.
Okay.
Wow, you're like a agriculture expert now.
Yeah.
Yes, I have been really doing a lot of research and development in that area.
Okay. So if I want to buy a system from you, the entire package, how much does it start from?
Well, right now we are giving a promotion. It's only start from $699 per entire unit. You can grow up to 60 plants where all the package is included. We also have a dedicated customer service available for you that they will actually guide you from start, to harvest. We also have a personalized members portal where we upload our videos, our contents, tutorials, everything that you need inside this portal where you can access 24/7. So if you need to reach out to us, go to our Facebook, Victory Farm at rooftop.com, just click on the message button. Then we have our sales rep to attend to you and explain to you how it works.
Wait, 699 is how big? How big a set is 699?
How big? 5 feet, around 5 feet tall, 1 square feet space.
Oh.
It's slim, sexy. It's slim, sleek, and sexy.
Okay, so it's 5 feet tall and it takes up 1 foot of space. So it's like Bel.
Okay. Now, Gary, what do you hope to achieve in the long run with your business, Victory Farm?
All right. So this is one of our dreams. It's huge as well. But that we hope that everyone can grow to be self-sustainable, to grow fresh from farm to table. That one day our nation, Malaysia, can be a food-producing country like the Netherlands, increase in exporting food to other countries to create more wealth for our country. That our people can enjoy cheaper food price, high quality, zero pesticide, yummy, crunchy, juicy vegetables that everyone can munch on a daily basis.
All right. Well, because you've applied for the pre-plug and we want to give you some free publicity, JD and I have actually recorded a radio ad for Victory Farm, which we will play for you right now. So have a listen to this.
Have you ever wondered where your vegetables come from?
Well, wonder no more, because it's time to plant your own veggie.
That's right. Eat clean, eat healthy. Eat your own vegetables from your own garden with organic aeroponic soilless cultivation technique. It's vertical farming right in your own rooftop. In just 1 foot of space, you can plant 60 times more veggies.
So get in touch with Victory Farm now at 016-206-7928 or go to www.victoryfarm@rooftop.com to start your own vertical farm.
Victory Farm. Grow your own fresh, organic, healthy vegetables anywhere.
Wow. I like it. I love it. It's wonderful.
So we will give you a copy. So hopefully we can help your business grow as well. And we really do hope that more people will take up this initiative to farm their own vegetables since it's so easy.
Yes. This is something that we actually aspire to. We hope that everyone can grow their own vegetables.
And also, Gary, if you want a collaboration next time, I can help you with fertilizer because I've got a lot of my own personal fertilizer.
Ew. Nobody wants to use your
Does that work? It doesn't work. A
fertilizer.
human waste doesn't work as fertilizer, is it? No.
Ew.
Well, it has to be compost. It has to be processed, or else you will have all these bacteria going on.
All right,
And
right.
these are leaves that you eat raw, okay? I don't want to eat your poop.
Hey, I thought it's circular. I don't know.
Well, you still have to go through a process, But the waste management will love it. The waste management will definitely take that.
Okay. Call me, people in waste management.
I have someone to intro you.